Titos Bayo, Kwame Adom, Malek is in Adenta, Frank Ewuku, formerly of Bank of Ghana, there you are. Odote ni Odote, the CEO of Topsmack, Tofik, Papa Ansah in Latequiapem, Olive Obing, good evening. Richard Collins Arco, there you are, good evening to you. The legendary KSM is tuned in. Surveyor Elolo, listening from Alajo. Christopher Faith Kukusu, Ni Ajay Klu. Greetings from Navrongo, and it's James. Efiayeb, where have you been? Where have you been? Efiayeb Osuhaya, where have you been? Emmanuel Houston in Germany. Well, let me add my happy birthday wishes to the Chairman General. Happy birthday to you, Mrs. Vida Ofusu Brakun, Counselor, Accra College of Education, from your sisters, Stella, Joyce, and Amma, and the entire Ofusu Braku family. Happy birthday to you, they say. Happy birthday to Mrs. Mary Abna Ejepong, Registrar, University of Environment and Sustainable Development. Oh, if Yayeb went to school, oh, you went to school. If yeah, the record has reflected that you were in school, not just absenting yourself. The Registrar Extraordinaire, University of Environmental and Sustainable Development. Happy birthday from Nana Ejepon, your husband, and all your lovely daughters. They wish you many, many years and good health. To all the fathers on Father's Day, I have summed it all up for. I hope I speak for all the fathers. The man is tired, but woman don't know. Man is tired, but woman don't know. So as pastors, thank you to all the mothers who celebrated us yesterday. We are saying man is tired, but woman don't know. George Tenu in Nkwanta, Dotson Tenge, NASPA President for Kwao Katamanso. Dr. Cynthia Tego, I see you. Kenneth Aite, good evening. To our youngest listener, Nyami and Nyam. And to you, Awodansua, thank you for all the lovely Father's Day thingings. Playtime is over. And we start the way we start. Mr. Say, representing from Community 12 in Tema. until the lions have their own historians. The tales of hunting would always glorify the hunter. And you know, I'll say that again. Folks, I said until the lions have their own historians, the tales of hunting would always glorify the hunter. Hello and welcome to the most opinionated hour on radio and the nation's thought-provoking hour. I am Nana Ansah Kwao, the fourth Chief of the Little Republic of Akwemu Edumasa, and I say thank God it's Monday. Folks, I say thank God it's Monday, and thank you for tuning in once again. Thank you for staying loyal week in, week in. And it's that time again for radio's most important ritual, only on Joy 99.7 FM. So let us all gather and make truth good. This ritual I call That's My Opinion. And our topic today, respect and recognition. Respect and recognition. Folks, one of man's natural instinctive need that we in Ghana or maybe Africa take for granted is respect and recognition. Now, we sometimes do it on a personal level. I say we do better at it on a personal level. But when it comes to the national level, we fall very short. We seem to think we can only respect persons, but not respect when it's like a large group or nation, then that they don't need that respect. Folks, you see, those of us who look after many children, and you realize that the ones you show love to by discipline and protection, and they are careful not to hurt your feelings. The ones that you're always shouting at and scolding and writing off, they are no more afraid to offend you. After all, we're writing you off. You see, the need for recognition, protection, and respect is paramount. It's paramount. So even though as children around you, they may not come to you and say, Nana, Pacho, you respect a few or whatever it is, they need it. They want to be recognized and they want to be respected. And once that is established, you realize that, yes, they will fall foul. But they tread carefully because they don't want to hurt their feelings because of the relationship that you've built. Folks, now I know it's a very passionate topic for me, folks. This is a very passionate topic, and probably if I was to lead a demonstration, this is probably one of the things that I will lead a demonstration on. Now, I wanted to cut to the chase and let's go back. Let me just share two stories with you before we go. Just to drive home my point. Folks, last February, I was in the UK. Bournemouth, Elstree, Hertfordshire to be precise. Folks, one evening, there was a blackout for about an hour. 1 hour light off. Elstree. And what I found interesting, folks, nobody had generator in the area. The whole place pitch black. Nobody had a generator, so pitch black. But folks, check this out. The electricity company in charge of that area started sending text messages, apologizing, explaining as to what caused the power cut, that they found the fault, that they were working on the fault, that it will come on soon, just back to back to back information. The following day, they sent a number to call that if you had any appliance that got broken or blown out due to the power cut, call that number. And guess what? They offered counseling for if anybody got depressed or sad or stressed during the power cut. They actually have a number. But check this out. You see, They take it serious because there could be a patient at home hooked to some gas chamber or some health thing that's plugged into electricity. And so they take it serious. Folks, let me take you back another time, going back again, the same area, and the car gets stolen. So police called, they came about, and they were honest to say, look, the chances of finding the car is very slim because that particular car had been a target for carjackers and they could steal it without the key. So far as the key was close to the car, they would clone the key and drive away with it. And so they said, look, if you're using that car, you have to put the key in a carbon box and hide it away from the car and all that thing. But they were very polite. The next day, folks, they came to ask if everything was okay and also offered counseling just in case if there was any trauma. Folks, you see, what I'm trying to say is you just can't take citizens for granted and expect them to work with you. It's no wonder anytime they do a poll, half the nation want to just run away. Because they don't feel any respect, no recognition or protection from the state. So if you ask them, just the only reason why they are here is because they don't have the chance to go. Folks, the extent to which citizens are left inconvenienced with no explanation and no regards, it's mind-boggling. From the same people who they pay for the very reason that come and look after me in a particular area, be health, road, education, whatever it is, I'm paying you. That same person's level of neglect and disregard is amazing. It is as though, folks, we are just like dogs, just stay in the kennel. You'll be fed when the boss comes home. How about you then, bro? It's in a cage. That's how it is. Just stay in the cage. When I come home, I'll bring you food. Folks, and I'm sure many of you attest to this, there are many, many, many tarred roads across the country, from north to south. Very smooth. Anywhere between 50 to 100-kilometer roads, depending on the motorway. But somewhere in this smoothly tarred road is a deep gully, big pothole right across the road. Folks, it's so big that you just can't drive on it. You really need to slow down and maneuver through it. It's been there for months or years. But there's no sign to say caution, hole in the road, or slow down, danger coming, nothing. So drivers who normally are new to this road, can really be caught out. As they suddenly come to this hole, screeching to a halt, bang, causing damage to your shocks, tire bursting, accident, sometimes even death, folks. But still, no warning sign to say, stop, there's a big hole in the road. How is that? How is that possible? And there are authorities within that district. And guess what? Sometimes as high as the president and his convoy will come and travel on this same road with this same not once, it be 2-3 times. And you wonder, how is it? How is it done? How is it possible? Folks, how is it possible? Let me share another sad observation of how we treat ourselves. So when we get foreign contractors in to come and construct a road, you realize that for the first 2 weeks they are trying to behave as how things are done in their country, but quickly switch to do our things because they realize that safety is no more important to us. They will leave holes. They will leave dangerous debris on the road. They don't care. Those of you who ever traveled around the Tema runabout when the Japanese were working there, what? Look, you're going home, there's a different sign. But because they are working at night, by the time you come, because they have diverted the road, they would print a new sign with a new diversion. There's no way you're going to get lost. Oh my God. And if they have to create a diversion for you, I mean, they make the diversion and so that was the road. And then you use it for 2-3 weeks before they bring you back onto the main road. And you just look at the work and you're thinking, say, is it really beyond us? Is it really beyond us? Folks, I drove by the Afrinya railway crossing just this last Saturday. And they are constructing the railway bridge. And so the contractor has done like a bypass. What? Oh, helicopter craft swingy. Helicopter craft and there's this gully. Folks, there's this gully. Even pickups are slowing down to negotiate it. And meanwhile, there are some, I don't know whether they're Indians or, well, they look like Indians, just say, they're constructing the road. And they are the ones who have created this bypass. And you ask, are there no engineers that come to inspect to say, grader and fast? Because it's only like a 200 meters. I'm sure somebody listening to me must have driven past it. How do you disrespect citizens to this level? Contractors, and they're there. They are doing the railway bridge. I mean, it's going to be a flyover and the car will have to drive on the flyover. So they're busy doing the flyover. And the lay-by that they've done for us to use it. I mean, your car screech, 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 screech. And you're thinking, Jesus Christ, why do you do this to us? 200 kilometers into Kwao in grade bia a bit me afaso keke. Oh, come on. There's sometimes it's painful. Folks, from Pong Barrier all the way, well, now it's Pong roundabout, coming to the TT Brothers line towards the Tema roundabout towards motorway. There's a major works going. Major works. Folks, there's no sign as to whether it's road expansion, as to whether they are laying pipes, as to just say, they've narrowed the road down to one lane. There's no sign to say, slow down, road is going to, this or this are the works we are doing. It's going to go on for 6 months. But just a get away. It's just a literally get away. Get away. I mean, what is this? How do you treat stakeholders, citizens, as though you're working in your own living room and you sweep when you sweep and you don't want to sweep. And then you turn around and you expect a loving citizen that you bring policy here. They will all come and follow you to where? Or behind you. By this time, big sign, boy. Big sign. Whatever it is you're doing, you explain so that people who drive know, say, oh, for the next 3 months, there are these obstructions. I have to slow down. The road is going to be just say something. After all, you're not doing it with your money. And even if you're doing it with your money, it's not your road. So explain to the people what's going on. Folks, it's amazing. I mean, there are districts with severe road problems, including my own Bonkatamas. But there are other ones, major ones. Winston will always talk about the Abokubi Road, Opacho, say greda. Yanum asphalt, forget it. I mean, we are asphalting on top of asphalt. We are asphalting on top of, bitumen roads. And others are just saying that just grader. Maybe 2-3 trips of laterite, grader, a bit of compaction from a roller machine. So at least for 3-4 months be there. While the rains are coming, people can navigate. There are people who can literally not drive to their houses. The roads have washed their road up. Ask them, say, has there ever been anybody from the council to come and speak to them? Say, look, give us 1 month, give us 2 weeks, give us 3 years. We'll be here to fix it. How does the system work? Folks, how does the system work here? That nobody is accountable to what they do? You just get it and one on our. Are we really beyond this basic? Folks, is Ghana really beyond this basic? For you can see a school building literally falling apart and still children are expected to go and study in there. You take the TV crew, camera crew to go and show it. Still, the children are still expected the next day to come to school. And the interesting thing is, should the school fall and collapse and all the children die, we will not even have 1 second mourning for them. There's never going to be any day of mourning for these children. But you know what the irony is? The person who is in charge to make sure that the building was safe for the children to go, should he die, oh, there will be a continental day of mourning if we were allowed, we will give to them. We need to turn things around. Folks, we need to turn things around. Look, I remember when COVID started, and I was quite impressed, where every day they are telling you 2 people died, 3 people have gotten COVID, 1 person has recovered, this, that, and the information flow. So you could tell the citizens and everybody was rallying around with it. We were being informed, whether it was bad news or good news, we were being informed. But sometimes you sit back and think maybe we're just being informed so that one day when they bring you the bill, at least you catch it. And the bill now by ubi ask your mama. But folks, I think the level with which we have sunk to in terms of disrespect, disregard, and completely, no recognition whatsoever to stakeholders within their districts, it is just something else. It is something else, and it must stop. I think people who have been put in places to be responsible for some of these human right basics should really come out and explain that, look, maybe your road is bad, but these are where I am for the next 3 months, dear. I can't help you. Ebia say ha na obe park kra ma me siesie ha kakra ma na me park na se security kra na me de beba ha me for security ma ha na mo park wa ha. Come meet the people, but just say enya na sem. Look at the motorway. They put street lights on it. Say a torch light too. Say a candle light too. Say a lantern so unim. The dimmest lights I've seen in my whole entire life. The motorway light, the dimmest light. We are seeing now. Motorway lights should be like daylight. Yes, sauna. Even if you're driving and your lights are off, you don't even know your lights are off because it's that bright. No, this one torchlight being area. So why? Because it's fancy dressing. When you be to be these things should stop. And robbers, potholes, parading on this road. So what? Can't we put 20 policemen on this street? We can't put 20 policemen, 10 on either side. Every 2 kilometers, 1 policeman. Why can't we do that? Yet you go to a certain area, by 6:30, some 2 policemen will come and mount a barrier. They will cause traffic, like 30, 25-minute traffic. No, I block it. The only time the traffic flows is if they see a DV plate and they know my traffic DV plate na. If the DV plate goes, they'll come back, stop the traffic 6:30. By 2 a.m. when the armed robbers are coming, they've dismantled their barrier almost omoko. Folks. I think we deserve some respect. I think we deserve some recognition from the state. It's not one of those things that we have to beg for. It's not one of those things that we have to ask for. It is a basic requirement. It is one of those things that even if we forget to ask, you have to offer that information. Well, 0302216541 0302216541. I am sure you've driven past some serious obstruction. Benjamin says, good evening, Nana. Please add the bypass behind the waterworks yard at Bethlehem, which is next to the railway. It's an eyesore. Ghana looks like a country recovering from war. And that's from Benjamin. Hello, who's talking to me? Hello?
Yeah, hello, Nana. Good evening. I hope you're doing well.
I'm very well, my brother. Let me hear you.
Nana, some of us, we behave like women on labor. When it touches them, they say, when I finish this birth, that's all. But after some time, they forget about it. That's why the politicians, some of them are telling us that we forget easily. We don't take our leaders into accountable because they will do whatever they want because, don't mind them. They will see. They will talk about it. They will be complaining. They will finish. That's how they are. But if we take action against them, we don't cheap ourselves for them, and we hold them accountable, they will rise up. I once watched Uncle Bohai's program at National Theatre, and for about 30 minutes, the power went off. But when the power was able to restore, he kept on apologizing to us. And he was saying that, forgive me, you don't deserve this. You don't deserve this. And I was overwhelmed. How many of our leaders will come out to accept their mistakes that, I didn't do it well, so forgive me. And they will come back to do the right thing. They are taking us for granted. That's how we are, Nana.
Thank you very much. That's Ajiman Joseph in Community 9. Hello, who's talking to me?
Hello, Nana.
Yes, sir. Good evening.
Nana, how are you?
I'm very well. I'm a bit frustrated this evening, though, but I'm good.
Nana, you live long. You see how you are saying it? It is even more serious than that. See, from Ansah to the New Legon Road, the road was blocked for almost 3 months. They were constructing the bridge, so they made another diversion. That road was terrible. Now they finished with the bridge, and that New Legon Road, I use a Vit. My fog light got burst because my tire fell in there. It wasn't even a pothole. Manhole and Gasanana, you can hear your bumper like touching the street. It is terrible, and nobody can just say that okay, you are just putting this road for 1 week. So they just grade it. When it rains, it is terrible. The New Legon Road, those who know, leading to Fountain Gate Church, it is terrible. And we have people in the community. This one I was talking to my wife. So the MP in this area, he can't see. What is going on? And you buy weekly 200 cedis, and then the prepaid, then you just put on the line. Something that you paid for with no excuse. You have food in the fridge. Things are expensive now, 23 cedis, 40 cedis. You have food in your fridge. You come back and all your soup are foamed. Your stew, they've all foamed. Who's going to pay for it? It is terrible. It is terrible. The earlier they take that serious, the better. It is terrible.
Thank you very much, my brother. 0302216541. Hello, who's talking to me?
Hello, Nana.
Yes, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Who am I talking to?
Please, my name is Kwao.
Let me hear you.
Yeah, please, Nana. I'm looking for your number, please.
I beg will give it to you after the show.
Okay, please.
You're welcome. 0302216541. I say that we deserve some respect and recognitions as citizens and stakeholders of a nation. We deserve it. Hello, who's talking to me?
Yeah, this is Benjamin Adenta.
Benjamin, let me hear you.
Yeah, it's interesting. Come on. If you have your vice president, okay, who tells you that your Ghana card is a passport, and the foreign affairs minister says, no, it is not true, and the vice hasn't apologized. You have your road minister who tells you that he's going to transform toll booths in the middle of highways, that's Amuakwata, in the middle of highways into toilets, public toilets, and still he hasn't come to apologize. Or Ghanaian technocrats told him that, no, you can't do that. So you see, we have people who will not apologize. They don't know. They just wake up. They talk anyhow. And those people have advisors, and they can pay for advisors. So if you're in a country like this, what do you expect? you expect the DCE, MCE, who is supposed to be at post, not there. They are also traveling. You check. I put it on you because you have the airways to do this program. Just go through all the municipal assemblies and these assemblies we have, and find out how many times the DCE or MCE traveled out of this country and for what purpose. They are not at post. Your motorway lights are not working. The guy who's supposed to fix it is not in Ghana. So what do you expect? Nothing will go. So see, we keep playing the ostrich. Then we come here, say the same thing every year on year, no result. And I blame the journalists and people like you who have the airwaves because your voice goes far. And when you can actually put people together for class action. I mean demonstration. I don't mean any other thing, but class action. And these people will get to realize that no, Ghanaians are world away because if you leave them, they will do what they want to do. E-levy, we don't want it. They brought it. National Cathedral, they are going to build it. And nobody builds National Cathedral even with taxpayers' money. It is a church. So who is going to be in charge of it? Nobody's asking questions. Over 365 million, procurement breaches, single sourcing, and we're just talking. We'll talk. It ends nowhere. Action. Thank you.
Thank you very much for the call and the passion. Hello, who's talking to me?
It's Vaki. Good evening.
Lower your radio for me. Lower your radio for me so I can hear you. You can hear me through from the phone. Yeah, lower your radio set is giving the feedback.
Hello.
Hello. Mm-hmm.
Good evening,
Good
Nana.
Good evening. Who am I talking to?
Vaki.
Let me hear you now.
Mm-hmm. And thank you for giving me this opportunity. Sorry for bringing this across. I just came to Tama General Hospital, and you can imagine, labor ward, theater, light is off.
Wow.
The light is off. So how are the midwives going to work? When there is a case at the theater,
now
it's not working. Now, as I speak.
Wow.
There is no light there. I was so sad
Tema.
to see that. So pathetic. And our leaders are waiting when death occurs. That is where somebody will point fingers at somebody. And nobody bothers about the midwife who is taking care of the innocent client. So I just want to use this opportunity.
Well, I thank you that you did. And I hope that those who are listening that can make the power come, makes the power come. Because there's nothing more desperate and important than a woman in labor. You know, I mean, how important does it get that a woman in labor? So those who can act, please act now. Hello, who's talking to me?
Yes. My name is Daniel.
Daniel, let me hear you.
Yes, I'm calling from Tema.
Mm-hmm.
Some of us, we were born and bred in Tema.
Mm-hmm.
And at least we've been in Tema for the past 40-something years.
Wow.
You look at Tema now, and certain times you feel so sad. One, when you move from Adum FM, down to the front of Tema Certain School, passing through, the kiosks are scattered around. This Agri Road School, this is a school, and there are a lot of ghettos. You understand? I was talking to someone the other time who is a teacher, and he said sometimes they are in the classroom and a student will come late. Why are you coming late? Oh, I was sent by who? When I was coming, I met this man and this man sent me. This is how far Tema has been. Like the motorway to Pombara that you are talking of. This road, at a point in time, was serving only people in, let's say, Dowenya, when this irrigation and this farming was there. But now it is a whole community that people are living there. You look at, sometimes you are coming, when the traffic is working, then the police people will rather come and stand up. It's rather unfortunate when you were making mention of this place, you did not even mention the police. They will be there when the traffic light is working. They will be there stopping just for you to see they are working. But when the traffic is not working, that time you will not even see them. You talk of Committee 22 inside. You come to the Michelle camp, there is so much traffic. But when you enter inside Committee 22, you see police people there checking in morning, asking will answers when walk in a dying. Certain times it's not necessary. it is very difficult, but let's see what God will do.
Let's see what God will do. 0302216541. Hello, who's talking to me?
Yeah, Nana, good evening. My name is Salom. I'm calling from Ashaiman.
Let me hear you.
Yes, please. Nana, do we have any laws that protect MPs? For instance, the MP from Ashaiman, he is nowhere near in Ashaiman. Look, when these guys come, we vote for them, and now you get them to live in these luxurious places. Does it mean they can't stay in the community? Why am I saying this? Nana, when it comes to the Ashaiman, there is no single road in Ashaiman that is worthy. But you have cars going to pay for roadworthy and all this other stuff. So where are these monies going? When you move from here to Tema, the roads in Tema are super. They are very nice. And so when you are a taxi driver, you can work in Tema without having any issues. Banana, come to Ashaiman. From the middle of Ashaiman to the end part of Ashaiman, none of these roads are worthy. So what are we talking about? What are the MPs and the leaders of this house taking us? Are they taking us for granted? Look, one thing these leaders understand is demonstration. And we, the youth, we are more than them. Sorry to say, our president, the last time I heard he was coming to Ashaiman, there was this dam in Ashaiman, the Agric. I learned he came to inaugurate something. What he came to do. And when he was coming to Ashaiman, the policemen in this country, in this Ashaiman, they had to clear up the roads. So when the president is coming, he doesn't get to see the nonsense that is going on in this place. Why are we living in a country like this? I'm very passionate, and Nana, if we don't take time, our leaders, they wouldn't like us. Thank you so much.
Thank you too. And yeah, that's one thing. Anytime there's a president coming into a particular area, they'll quickly bring bulldozers to come and level the road and make it smooth for the president to come and go. Instead of him coming to see the terrible nature, so he goes back and helps you fix it. I mean, what's that culture? President Eba, the bulldozers, see, within 2 days they'll mobilize machines and level the road. Not President Naba, I'll be trying to sort no conditions. Hello, who's talking to me?
Hello, Nana.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, my name is Frank from OEB.
Frank, let me hear you.
Nana, but sometimes I just wonder whether we as a people deserve what we are getting.
I don't know.
Because Nana, look at the number of lives, that are lost from road accidents yearly.
Thousands.
But we just sit there doing nothing. When some people get up and say, hey, government, fix this, that, you see another people, same Ghanaians, some of us whose relatives die every day, suffer from injuries and maiming and other things, get up and say, oh, you fix yourself. Nana, I mean, are we fools? Some of the things that just passed in this country, I don't know where else. Because even my home, my children will question you. But here we are. I mean, Charlie, that is, sometimes who say, what is it? Yesterday we just met with my brother and we are like, Charlie, let's make money and escape from this, the system. Because obviously we have a good education, but no one find a bank. Obviously healthcare, but I the best in Ghana. But we no funny relative or no yari and no fly out. Because on the above. And we sit there, we are cool. Oh, near two almost so. But I think the rest, let's make money and escape the system.
Yamisha also 0302216541. Hello, who's talking to me?
Hello, this is Israel from Kenya. How are you?
I'm very good, Israel.
Good. You are doing great work for this nation, Ghana. Nana, just recently, the renovation on the motorway.
Mm-hmm.
All of a sudden, the Minister of Road came and made some noise, which, in fact, make me so much annoyed. What I want to tell him is to stop the arrogance. Our leaders are not respectful. They are too arrogant. How we come and say we should shut up. The people who are not there, they should shut up because they don't know what is going on over there. Who told him that we don't know what is going on over there? only the people who were there can make that. People who are sitting in the home, how can they make noise? How can they know what is going on over there? He came there and be saying that kind of thing. They should stop that arrogance and fix the country for us.
Thank you very much and good evening. 0302216541. Today we're just asking for our respect and our recognitions as citizens and as stakeholders. And I'm saying there are many of you living in communities. But only 100, probably 200 meters. And so you ask yourself, is the district saying they can't just rent a grader for 6 hours just to grade the road? Now, the road like be a fasuna quite team kakra. Just so that at least for the next 3-4 months, you can drive without breaking a shock or scraping a sump or scraping a bumper. Come on. If they can't do it, look, we are truly broke. We don't even have 3,000 cedis to rent a grader. That's how broke we are. And then at least yes, you say, okay, that's it. The district is so broke into the economy and says, but nothing. Not one day will the officer be able to so knock on the door and say, look, I work at your local district. We've noticed your road. It's a big problem. It's a big challenge. This is what we are doing. Can we just say nothing, zero? Hello, who's talking to me?
Hi, Nana, this is Sammy from America.
Sammy, let me hear you.
Nana, sometimes I lose hope in this system. I'm just tired. Look, I am on the Tema Kumbaya road.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, I'm driving on the road now. Even street lights, they are working and they've now done the road and there are no lights. So there's no light, they've now done the road, no sign, nothing. It feels like we don't have any leader in the country, period. And the arrogance from our road minister is shocking. It's just like this country, it's a pandemic. And it's sad. I'm on the road right now. No road sign, nothing. No light.
It's terrible and frustrating. I mean, for the people, at least, when we say, for the next 6 months, this is what is happening here. It's a road expansion, or it's a gas pipe underlay, or cable underlay. I mean, so we just know. Then we help you. So you can even put a number so that even if at night I see something that's unusual, I can call the number to say, hey, look, I'm driving at night. I've seen somebody pulling some cable. Are they one of your workers? Meet me, I catch you. But just, who are you? Who are you? Hello, who's talking to me? Hello?
Hello.
Good evening. Who's talking to me?
This is Kwame Nana. Yeah, I'm calling from the UK.
Kwame, let me hear you.
Yes, it's so sad when you compare the life we live outside and the life our people live back home. It makes you feel so sad. Something is fundamentally wrong with our leaders. Interestingly, I was in Ghana with my family last year, and for 4 hours, my kids were asking me so many questions, and they were asking me, what is wrong? What has gone wrong? You hear stories back home, and you think, are these human beings? Are these people? Do they have flesh and blood? What is wrong with our people? What is wrong with our leaders? Why should you allow your own people to suffer? And then you neglect your own blood, you neglect your own people, and you think it's okay. You live in the comfort of your home and just let your own people suffer. Something is fundamentally wrong. I tell you an interesting story. There was one of our friends. The daughter was supposed to pick the little one from school, and she was running late. She had to take the train. So when she got to the train station, she told one of the attendants and said, I'm running late. I've missed my train, but I'm supposed to pick my little brother from school. And then the person said, don't worry, we'll get you a taxi. And then the taxi will take you to your brother's school and pick your brother from school because you missed the train. So the mother wanted to speak to this person this girl spoke to. This is a UK story I'm telling you. And the attendant at the train station said, well, there's provision made for things like this. And you come to think about it, it's like they've planned ahead that in case of any emergency, there's money to take care of, situations like this. Why can't we think ahead of time?
We cannot even get the lights to come on at the labor ward. Now, what means you train us have a TNT account? Hey, I didn't know. We are taking the thing too far. At the moment, we are just begging for grader, just to level the road so we can just go and come in peace. It's not like we were asking for, there's underground in the UK, underground in my or like you're saying, in UK we are later, train which you get. No, we're not asking for that. Just turn the light on so that the woman can give birth in peace. Just grade my road. Don't put asphalt. Just grade. I didn't roll any team. So I need team kakra. Epeche kakra my. Hello, who's talking to me?
Hello, yeah.
Yes, sir.
Eben from Committee 25.
Eben, let me hear you.
Yeah. I just want to buttress my friend who just called on the Bombaria Road.
Mm-hmm.
There's construction there.
Do you know what the construction is about?
That's what I'm saying. I don't even know what is going on, whether it's a road expansion, whether it's cable, no light, there's nothing. And as of now, the traffic there, I don't even know when I'm going to get home. No directional signs, nothing. And what the most annoying thing is that even we say we live in an estate called the Traco around, and the gully you drive through, you wash your car today, and it's like you are from the village or maybe Asankrabua coming to Accra. So we don't know whether we have leadership. We have MP who will come to the people during elections, come and promise, I'll fix your road. Meanwhile, the road is not his responsibility. For the people to, then after that, you come and tell you, I'm MP, I'm not supposed to make roads.
We've heard it all the time. Somebody even said a message to say, tell your caller that MPs don't fix roads, but they can lobby for roads. They don't fix roads, but they can lobby. Hello, who's talking to me?
Nana, good evening. This is me. I'm calling from Kwao.
Let me hear you.
Nana, it's so pathetic, eh? Mm-hmm. And all the callers are on point. You see, you could just a small road, 100 meter, 200 meter road, and you ask yourself, why can't it be done? Why can't it be done? And you see, our leaders have taken it for granted for a long time. It's long overdue. We need to hold them accountable to each and everything that they do. We can't put you there for you to come and do what you want for us. I'm a salesperson. I'm an aggressive banker. I was working in and around Osu. I met this white man back in the day, 2013, 2014 area. The man looked at me and said, man, you're hardworking. You're doing this. But I have lived in this country for more than 15 years. I'm telling you, there's no future. I swear to you, Nana, I can recall this day, and I remember what this man said to me. And today, I'm living it, and I'm saying, wow, this man told me. Our leaders are just we have to format what's and Nana, thank you very much.
Thank you too, and I love the passion, Respect and recognition. If we don't get it, we are unable to perform at our maximum. On Father's Day, I had dinner at the Cactus Creek, and I had chicken and chips. And I tell you what, it was the best grilled chicken. And I'm thinking, look, if Adam and Eve had done grilled chicken in Eden, I mean, that's just how they would make it. And I'm saying this in all sincerity. Grilled chicken and chips at Cactus Creek. if Eve was going to prepare dinner for Adam and he went to catch a chicken and grilled it. So thank you, Cactus Creek, for that wonderful, wonderful dinner. Abeku Sankofi was on the ones and twos. Maxwell Agwagwa, senior journalist, is here to give you your bulletin. And Kofi is back in town. And then there's a boy in Nyom. Today, the God the Father himself has to come because the Holy Spirit and the Son can't help us. God the Father and also the boy. Folks, until the lions have their own historians, the tales of hunting would always glorify the hunter. I would answer. Thank you all for the wonderful Father's Day treat. Don't you even touch that dial. Monday we'll be back to do this all over again.